The case of the men accused of carrying out a mass shooting it was, at the Nomzamo Informal Settlement in Orlando East earlier this year, has been postponed to the 5th of December for a formal bail application. 16 people were killed at the time. Several others were then injured at the Mdlalose tavern back in July. While in September, police released the names of 5 suspects who are said to be Basotho or Lesotho nationals. Newzroom Afrika's Nobuhle Modise joins me now in studio, and we've been hearing in the last few moments of changes in the death toll, Nobuhle.
Indeed. We spoke to community members, a community leader, a ward councillor, who informed us today, just as we came out of the court, as that case was being remanded for the 5th of December, that unfortunately another person succumbed to the injuries and they've passed on. And obviously this has aggravated the community. The community is up in arms. You must remember that this case has been dragging since July, and they are saying they're quite exhausted with all these postponements that are happening in court. And now with this new death, it's just made the situation even worse. I did mention earlier that I did speak to a ward councillor, Molefe. Let's take a listen.
I think the pressure is exerting itself. The pain now it's restarting again, because of, what has happened. One of the guys has succumbed to his injuries, and now, obviously, now that on its own puts pressure to everybody. Well, the howling, you can't stop it. That's something that I can't control as well. I've tried to speak to members of the community, but the rage and the anger that is controlled by them, or that is, done by them, it's based on, the hurt and the heartache that have been experienced at, the massacre that happened in July.
Accusations that the accused have made against police.
Yes, one of the attorneys for accused number 1, 2, and 3 did say on the 18th of October that the suspects were unfortunately assaulted by police members. He alleges that they were assaulted by police members, and they were supposed to get medical attention back then in October, and he came back today to say that that hasn't happened and they do need to be medically assessed. And this also just continues to aggravate the community even more, because they believe that, they deserve what they're getting. I did also speak to another community leader who just spoke on why they feel that the situation is dragging. Let's take a listen.
Sikhathazekile ngale ndaba yasekhona. So sibone ngazuthi kunakekelwa igebengu kakhulu. Ngoba angazi ukuthi yini le yenza ukuthi kuthiwe kufanele ukuthi bafake isicelo sebail igebengu zangaphandle ecountryn. Mase sezibanjiwe zimelwe amaloya wangaphakathi ecountryn ukuthi zicela ibail yokuthi bakwazi ukuthi kulungiswa ukuthi abaphilanga baya bahlukumezekile ukuthi bazophinde bathathwe sibadinga bengaphakathi. Sikhathazekile ngokuthi baloko ikhulunywa le ndaba, ngoba zinezinye izigebengu zala ngaphakathi eSouth Africa siyazibona, ezibhedlele ziyasiwa ziphume ejele ziyolashwa, zilashelwe ezibhedlele zethu. Kungani bona befuna ukutreatwa special phezu kwento engaka abayenzile?
And Nobuhle, lastly, these 5 men will go back to court on the 5th of December for a formal bail application. Will it be all 5 who apply for bail?
Indeed, all 5 will be applying for bail. The lawyers are saying that they just need, to finalize everything else before that happens on the 5th of December.
Nobuhle Modise, thank you so much for that update. Nobuhle telling us about the latest developments around that mass shooting. You'll recall in Soweto, we're now hearing from locals that the death toll has risen from 16 to 17.